it is time for my November favourites. Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alice Thomas and I have got a lopsided fringe. Today I'm going to be doing my November favourites and I'm just going to address straight away. I am under the weather, I'm in glorified pyjamas, I feel gross. Under this my lips look grim. Not because of the lipstick, it's one of my favourites, but because my lips are like tore up from the floor up. I'm also not doing a gift guide this year, although I am doing an anti-haul which is like Christmas gift guide kind of themed. So stay tuned for that. And I'm also not going to be doing a December favourites because we've got my yearly favourites which I'll do at the end of the month. So this one, my first favourite, is a little bit of a preemptive favourite, but it is my beauty advent calendar. This one is from Marks and Spencer's. Maybe you'll still be able to get it. I'm pretty sure in past years it's sold out. Sorry, I'm really close to the camera because I want to be. I opened my first one today because today is actually the 1st of December when I'm filming this. But yeah, so I wanted to put that in. If you want to see what's inside, I have my Snapchat, always linked down below, and it's going to be on my Snapchat. And actually, the second sort of kind of gifting favourite is by Latest in Beauty. Now for me this is like a really nostalgic thing because how my blog started, so I started doing a blog before I started doing YouTube, was me reviewing monthly subscription beauty box services, which literally I started 5 years ago. Wow. But yeah, so this, I'm no longer subscribed to any because I sort of like got really disillusioned with the whole thing. But Latest in Beauty, they're a little bit different. I think you can get a monthly service, but you can also curate your own. And they also have like curated ones that you can pick. This one is the Cosmopolitan Party Starter one, and I think it's 30 or 20 pounds, and it's phenomenal. So it's got some like lashes in, it's got a beauty sponge, hairspray, we've got some face wipes, face mask, eyebrow pencil, the list goes on. Like it's literally jam-packed full of stuff. But also what really sold me on it is it had in it a 24-hour access card to Beauty Pie, which is a sort of beauty subscription thing, which I've been really, basically you have to be like a member and you get beauty products really cheap because they come straight from the factory as opposed to like markups and stuff. I do think their business model is really interesting. Anyway, so that's what sold it to me because you have to be signed up for 3 months at least. So I wanted to try some Beauty Pie products out, which I am doing now. But yeah, so I thought that's a really cool thing as well that I've been loving. So yeah, I thought I'd mention those first, but now onto the makeup. Actually, you know, whilst I'm on to mentioning stuff, remember last favourites, I wanted to talk about this colour and I didn't have it. Here it is. This is Duh by Colourpop. I'm gonna swatch. I haven't got it on today, but I'm gonna swatch it for you. It's this sort of tan colour. Anyway, I was like, oh, I'll pop that in. Make sure I can show you what I'm talking about. So there's that one. Anyway, moving on to this month's favourites, I've got a concealer to talk about. Now this was in my previous video, which was a whole sort of tutorial, and it is by L'Oreal. It literally did the same thing in that video as well. Anyway, so this is by L'Oreal. This is their Perfect Match. Sorry, their True Match concealer, so it's got 3 languages all around it. Accord Parfait is what it's called in French. So this is my, I think I'm in the lighter shade. I can't see what the shade is. Oh no, I can. 1N on the top, 1 neutral. I have really been enjoying this. I said again in my previous video that I don't know if it's sort of just repackaged or completely reformulated or slightly reformulated. This is for their True Match line, their concealer that's sort of in a doe foot applicator. I believe they have 2 others. I know that they have one which is like a crayon and another one, but they may have got rid of that, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, yes, this is a really nice drugstore concealer. It comes in a bunch of colours because it's in their True Match line. I just really like it. And I remember I used to really like the other one, or like that's my face, the previous packaging of this, so yeah, I'm still enjoying it. Next up, I have got a blusher favourite, and it is by Too Faced. Now, I have had this, you could probably go back and find the video in which I hauled this. I know I got it from the States over 2 years ago now. So the bottom half has cracked, so I know the end is nigh between me and this blusher. This is in the colour Love Hangover, and it is in the Love Flush line. I love this blusher so much. This is going to be my yearly favourites, surprise, because I literally use it every day. Yeah, I just really like it. It's just a really nice colour and really cute packaging. I know I've done this in a thumbnail before. I just wanted to mention it because it's something that I wear every day, and I know I've mentioned it sporadically, but I really do use it every day. It's a product that I use on my face, and it just goes with everything and just ties everything in. I know this is sort of coming to the end of its life. I know our days are numbered together. So I wanted to mention it one last time in a monthly favourites before we part. Oh, it's a bit sad, isn't it? I've also got an eyeshadow favourite. It's what's on my eye today. By the way, I've put as many of my favourites. You'll be seeing them flash up, me putting it on for you. Anyway, this is the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions palette. Again, this was in my previous video when I hauled it. It is a 9-pan. We'll talk about these in a minute. This is a 9-pan Huda Beauty shadows. I have the Rose Gold Textured Shadow palette, which has got 18 shadows in, and I really like that palette, but because of its size and because it doesn't have a mirror in it, I really don't actually reach for it that often unless I'm like going out. But whereas this, I've been reaching for every day because it's compact, it has a mirror, and these are all shades that I'd love and use. They have 3 others in this line, so I mean, I know I'm not going to personally get it because I wouldn't use it, but they have like a brights one, which I think if you're somebody who wants to have like a small compact palette that has like a bunch of bright shades in, I think that would be really cool. I really like this one because these are like Alice Thomas shades, and yeah, so I've used it basically every day since I got it, so I had to recommend it. And it's also £25 on Cult Beauty. Kind of along the eye theme, I have a sharpener. So I know I have mentioned I think in the past 2 favourites, 2 pencils that need sharpening, one a lip liner, one a eyeshadow pencil. I'm still loving and using both of those. But the sharpener I've been using is the Urban Decay Grindhouse. Oh my god, I just opened it, don't do that. Oh. So this is, I think, the sharpener to end all sharpeners. Obviously, if you have a pencil sharpener, don't rush out to get one, but if you have a lot of pencils to sharpen, this is actually a really phenomenal one. Mine's in like this lime green colour, I think because I know it came in a set that I had, and it was sort of like a curated set. But yeah, this is a really good sharpener. So if you're like, do you know what, the one that I've got is just not cutting it, or it's really blunt, this is really sharp and gets it done. So I thought I'd mention that. Moving on to skincare favourites, I have a skincare tool. I know I've mentioned this before, this is the Foreo. Now this is like the Foreo Luna, and I know that they've brought out like a second version of it. This is the old one. Can you hear that? It's sort of, oh, and there it goes again. It's a brush, it's like a facial cleansing brush, and I've started really using it again because it finally ran out of charge, I didn't even charge it when I got it, it came charged, and I think because I just left it for a while and hadn't used it, it ran out. So I bought a charging cable for it, and I charged it, and yeah, I've been using it again. I've been really enjoying using it. It sort of times itself, so it does like 15 seconds for like here, 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 here on your face, and then sort of goes into freestyle mode, and you can sort of like finish up anywhere that you feel like you need to get any nooks and crannies. So I typically sort of do a little bit extra on my nose. The reason that I got this over a Clarisonic or over any other sort of bristle brush type is because they're susceptible to like bacteria and stuff, so I think it's a little bit counterproductive to have a product that you need to continuously change the heads for, or like I know myself, I'd be lazy and not do that, and then it just like be counterproductive and making my skin worse than better. Whereas this, because it's silicone, it doesn't harbour bacteria or anything, so once you've bought this you don't have to like repurchase it or get other heads. I know like with the Clarisonic, like they have different heads for different uses, so I suppose it's more of a multi-purpose product, whereas I'm happy with this. I really am happy with this, and I've started using it again and I'm enjoying it. And also, again, kind of Christmas related, I know they brought out an updated version. To be honest, I don't know what the difference is. I also know they brought out like a small one called the Foreo Play, which again, I'm not 100% sure. I think that's like, it only lasts for 6 weeks. But it's like considerably cheaper. These are about £100. Fun fact, I saved up Boots points and got this with my Boots points. That's how much I used to shop in Boots. Having this on hand really encourages me to do a proper cleanse rather than just to rely on micellar water. There we go, that's what it's called. Just realised whilst I'm waving this around that I forgot to talk about the lipstick that's on my lips and is in my favourites. So it is by Jeffree Star Cosmetics and it is in the colour Wifey. This was part of the the family collection. That is what it was part of. I mentioned it again in my previous video. See, I know in my last favourites I said there was a bunch of products that I was recently trying. These are the products that they were. Anyway, and so I've swatched 2 other Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks because I feel like you might be like, this is basically similar to what he already has in his line, and it actually isn't. So Wifey is A on my lips, but it's also the swatch in the middle. On the top we have Unicorn Blood, and on the bottom we have Red Rum. So hang on, let me just... I know this is blurry, but as you can tell they are different colours. And why I like Wifey, I do really like Jeffree Star reds, not crazy on the nudes, but I really do like his like bright colours. Yeah, I've used Red Rum to death, like the writing's like completely off of it, and I don't know, sometimes you want something a little bit worse. The writing's also off of Unicorn Blood, but sometimes you want like not a bright red but not a deep red, like not like almost like an ox blood. You want something in between, and I've been really enjoying it, and it's sort of appropriate for this season. I'm pretty sure there are no reds in his Christmas collection, but I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. I really do, as I said, I rate his bright colours, I really do like them. Anyway, yeah, and that's what they look like, and this is what's on my lips. They last really well, they fare pretty well whilst eating and drinking and stuff. Like, I have no problem wearing these out on like a night out or something, because if they do wear off a bit, they wear off gracefully, and what I like about them is you can easily top them up, whereas there are some liquid lipsticks which may last like a little bit longer, but if you try and layer them up, they... Whereas this one, it's nice to layer up. I do have one hair care favourite. It is by Sebastian. This is the Volupt Volume Boosting Shampoo. Now, I know some videos ago I mentioned that I was going to go to TK Maxx and I was going to buy myself a professional shampoo. I went ahead and did that. Sebastian used to be like such a blogger, YouTube hair care brand, but I haven't heard about it for ages. Anyway, the kind of issue with going to TK Maxx is you don't know what they're going to be selling, but they do sell sort of salon sizes of like salon hair products. This, I still have the price on the back, was $16.99, and this is a full litre of shampoo, so this is going to last me ages. And sort of, if you break it down to like a 250ml bottle, that it's about the same price as what you'd be paying for in Boots for like a standard one, if you consider the size of this one. Anyway, I've been really enjoying using it. I do need to go back and get a conditioner and a hair mask, because I didn't find any that I liked whilst I was there. At the time they didn't have like the matching conditioner, which is really annoying. But they also usually do, if you like Bedhead and TG, they usually do like double packs of the conditioner and the shampoo. They're often there. Now, moving on to fashion favourites, I have two. I'm going to get one off the floor because it's a shoe and they're actually muddy. So these are... These are from ASOS, and these are the Aileen boot. Now, you can get these in black, and I'm really tempted to get them in black because this sort of hook detailing really reminds me of shoes that my mum had when I was younger. Anyway, I've been loving wearing these. I don't know, I'm going to put them down now. I don't know if you remember, I have these sort of Chelsea boots which are cheetah print, and I wear those to death all the time, and they are sort of that hairy boot, like that sort of like horsehair material, and I just wear them all the time. I wear them to death, and I'm really sort of, I needed like a new pair, but I haven't thrown them away because they are different. But anyway, I do, yeah, those shoes are really nice. They're about 50 quid on ASOS, so I would 100% recommend. They are like a little bit tight, but because of just like the shape they are, because they are like a really sort of like slim boot. But yeah, I am tempted to get them in the black colour as well, because I really am enjoying them. Anyway, I have another fashion favourite. So I did a bit of Black Friday shopping, didn't we all? And All Saints had 30% off. So I bought the All Saints Balfern. So I have a leather jacket already. It's from Warehouse, and it's about 5 years old, and like the lining's going, the pockets went years ago, and it's all like ripped up. So this is like the leather jacket to end all leather jackets, and like the detailing silver or black, which is a-okay with me. That's how I want it. I don't know, it's just sort of starting to like mould to me, and I'm really enjoying it. Anyway, these are really expensive. I'm not going to pretend like they're not, but oh my god, it's beautiful, and I'm loving it, and I'm wearing it all the time. Even when it's like a little bit too cold just to wear a leather jacket, I don't care, because it's so nice. Anyway, yeah, believe the hype on these, they're beautiful. Moving on to slightly random favourites, I have a water bottle favourite. Now, this is probably my favourite, which is strange because it's a water bottle. Anyway, so I've been going to university and I wanted to take a water bottle with me to stay hydrated. And after much deliberation, so I have one of the Swell bottles, and I started taking that one originally, but I don't even know if it's a full 500ml. And the issue with it is that you've got to take the lid off and then like drink out of it, and it's sort of like got quite a big hole to drink out of, so I'll be like dribbling down my mouth and stuff, and it's really loud when obviously you're like in uni and you're not trying to when like the teacher's talking. You're not trying to like draw attention to yourself with your clanky bottle. So I do think that would be really good still, because I know it's like really insulating, so it did keep the water really cold. But I don't know, I'm still in the market for another one. Anyway, so this is the Calmebak Eddy, and this is, I believe the Eddy is specifically the Litre one. I would recommend getting the Litre one because I imagine, although I don't have it to show you, I imagine the 750 and the 500 wouldn't be different in height, it would just be different in girth. Filthy. And it's honestly like not that, I mean it's a little big, but you can hook it onto stuff, like you can carry it around like this. When I'm like going to go fill it up, I'm like woo, hanging it on my finger, and it fits in a tote bag just fine. I have stayed so hydrated whilst using this. Like I will smash, like in like a couple hours, I will like go through a whole litre bottle because it's just so easy to drink out of. So at the moment I'm sort of disinfecting the mouthpiece, which sounds strange, but when I sort of was planning to do this video, I sort of went back and looked up, and the only problem that I've seen people have is that their mouthpieces can get mouldy. So they kind of work like a nipple, that you like pinch it with your teeth and drink out of it. Sounds a bit gross, but it's the truth. You and me baby ain't nothing but mammals, because it can sort of like keep water in there. I kept it in my car for a couple of days, and so I was like, I'm gonna sort of soak this and make sure there's no nasties growing in it. So it doesn't have the mouthpiece on it at the moment, but because of that mouthpiece, and because you don't have to like tip it or anything, you can literally just bite onto it and drink out of it. It's just really easy, and it makes me drink more water. And because it's a litre as opposed to 500 millilitres, I'm filling it up less because it's a higher amount. But I'm also drinking more because there's more in it, because obviously if I finish the 500 millilitres, I'm like, well, I won't get up in the middle of class and go fill my water bottle up. So I feel like this is the product I've literally spoken about the most. I really would recommend this water bottle. I think it's great. You can get it in different colours. I got it in pink because that's what was on the cheapest one on Amazon, but you can get it in a whole host of colours. But yes, would 100% recommend Calmebak Eddy. So I've got a couple mobile favourites. Oh, I've got a text. So the first being, it's not going to have one on at the moment, is HQ. So HQ is a game show on your phone, and it's really hard to describe. So basically, like 120,000 people across the world are all playing this game show at the same time. So it's like a multiple choice thing, and it has like a host, his name's Scotty, and it's this whole thing. Anyway, so my friend Gianna told me about it, and sometimes when we Skype, if it's on, like we all play it together, like me, her and her boyfriend, who she lives with, and yeah, error loading schedule, no internet connection, don't lie to me. Anyway, and you can win actual money. The highest I've got is 9 out of 12 questions right, and once you get all 12 questions right, you can win either all the money or part of the money. Anyway, I think it's a really fun thing to do with your friends, particularly if you're all together, like, because it's not just you like watching a game show, it's you participating in a game show. Anyway, been really enjoying that. And then also I have to mention Animal Crossing. So Animal Crossing's come to mobile probably at the worst time, because I've got a hand in a couple of weeks, and I'm spending my life on Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, but I don't care. Yeah, my phone background is Ed Miliband, if you're wondering. I'm loving Animal Crossing, it's great. I'd also want to recommend Headspace. Now I feel like, I don't know if I mentioned this in my last one. If I did, I'm going to cut this out. But yeah, I've been using Headspace, which is a meditation app. If you follow me on Snapchat already, particularly, I don't know, this time last year, I was really struggling with like sleep anxiety, and I still massively struggle with it. My sleeping pattern is probably, well, it is the bane of my existence. It's like a real, if we're gonna be serious, it is a real issue. So I've been using that to almost fall asleep to, because obviously, you know, meditation, like, and I am sort of the least, I don't know, I don't believe in chakras, I don't believe in any of that fucking holistic shit, like I'm not about it, but that's been helping me sleep. It's getting to the point where I didn't know if I needed to like go like take medication, but I mean, I'm saying I don't believe in all that holistic shit, but I didn't want to do that, because my schedule is so mishmashed. I didn't want to take that step, so, but I knew I needed to change something. So that's really been helping, and I would recommend it just in general if you just needed a little fucking calm. You can like set how long the sessions are. They can be as short as 3 minutes, as long as half an hour, and there's like different sections that you can sort of, I just think it's really good, like, sort of looking after you, me time, and as I said, it's not something that I'm typically into, but it has been helping me out. So I wanted to recommend that. Oh my god, I've got so many like random recommendations this month. Next one is a Hazelnut Chocolate Peanut Butter by Pip & Nut. I don't have it to show you, I'm going to put a picture of it right here. So basically this, I've eaten the whole tub, I'm getting some more today, is Pip & Nut have a limited edition nut butter, I think, every season, and this month it is a chocolate hazelnut and maybe coconut as well spread, and it's fucking delicious. It's so nice. It's not, I don't want to say it's like Nutella, because I mean it's chocolate hazelnut, but it also has that sort of like thickness that peanut butter has. Oh, it's just so good. It's literally so good, and it's also vegan as well, so thumbs up from me. What else do I have on here? Oh my god! Speaking of my friend Gianna, my podcast is back, so that's one of my favourites this month. So you may or may not know, I have a podcast, and we took a little break in when season 1 wrapped. Sounds so fancy. But yeah, we took about 6 weeks out whilst I was like starting university, and she went back to teaching, but we're now back on it. The first episode of season 2 is up, and it is all about, it's called Post-Election Reflection, so it's all about sort of the Me Too movement and also what's unravelled since Brexit and Trump got elected. In our podcast we talk about a whole host of things. We've talked about beauty regimes, we've talked about creepers, we've talked about breakups, online dating, all that type of stuff. So if you have any suggestions that or topics that you want us to talk about on our podcast, please email our email, which is also dearabroadabroad@gmail.com. And yeah, I hope you listen, because do you know what, I'm really proud of my podcast. I really enjoy doing it. So if you want to go listen to that, that's always linked below. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye! Wrapping paper. Great for wrapping paper.